Hi, Dave Roscoe here. It is Thursday, September 18th, 2025, and there's something going around. Right now, I'm going to call it a rumor because I haven't gotten confirmation about what this is. But apparently, the Pi Network and Sign, whoever or whatever that is, have a meetup planned later this month in the next several days. There's also a new Pi Core team blog post talking about Fast Track KYC, and we will talk about that. But first, the metrics. The anti-scammer bot is at 7 wins, 3 losses. If you or somebody you know has a compromised wallet and would like me to try to save your Pi, please reach out to me in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you. The circulating supply is 8.14 billion Pi, and there were 26,810 user accounts migrated yesterday, totaling 49.9 million Pi. There is currently 15.5 million Pi in the Pi migration wallet, and migrations are not happening right now. There were no migrations today. The migrated unlocked rewards are at 3.08 billion Pi, with 4.4 million Pi unlocked in the last 24 hours and now free to be traded on the open markets. Looking at the price action, the Pi coin is currently trading at 36 cents. The market cap is at $2.93 billion, which is about the same as yesterday. The daily trading volume is at $27.18 million, which is down just about 0.7% from this time yesterday, effectively the same. And if you look at the price action, we had something of a pump at some point today, starting at around 10 a.m., and it got up to about 36.2 cents and has since given back some of those gains, but it's still trying to stay up there. There is some amount of price pressure on the uptick for the Pi coin. Still not quite sure. I think there could be some hesitant hype happening here because of some of the events that are happening. The Stellar Protocol 23 updates, the Token 2049, and some of the rumor mills are all pointing in a positive direction for Pi, and that may actually be pushing the price up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. The trading volume is low, $27 million. So I still would be very hesitant as a trader to actually trade this coin. So be careful out there. This blog post from the Pi Core team says, Fast Track KYC enables earlier wallet activation for ecosystem participation for new users. Pi Network has introduced Fast Track KYC, a new feature designed and enabled through further integration of AI in the KYC process. New pioneers and non-users are eligible to complete Fast Track KYC in order to participate in the mainnet ecosystem earlier than ever before. This update builds on Pi's expansion of wallet activation eligibility, where KYC'd individuals can now activate wallets even before completing mainnet migration, and continues the network's mission to increase accessibility while maintaining strong security standards. Now, that's good news. That's big news, actually. It means that the Pi Network is bringing in their own vertical solution for allowing people to activate wallets by passing a form of KYC without actually participating at all necessarily in the mining process or with the app. And that is going to be needed in the future. And that is currently a role largely delegated to the on-ramp services. And now Pi Network has their own version. So it's interesting because this kind of diminishes the impact of the on-ramper services, but it's still good to have a vertical solution that's part of the Pi Network. Traditionally, new users were required to complete at least 30 mining sessions before becoming eligible to submit a standard KYC application. This created a natural delay between joining the network and being able to interact with the mainnet ecosystem. With Fast Track KYC, that barrier is removed. Now, pioneers with fewer than 30 mining sessions, which includes those who are not currently users, are eligible to go through an early identity verification process and activate their mainnet wallet. If eligible, users will see this option directly within the Pi Wallet app, allowing them to begin KYC and, once verified, gain immediate access to the Pi mainnet wallet and its utilities. With the mainnet wallet activated, new pioneers can start engaging with Pi apps, local commerce, and ecosystem events. However, Fast Track KYC does not enable mainnet migration. Mined balances will not be transferred until the user becomes fully eligible, e.g., completing at least 30 mining sessions, and completes the mainnet checklist that includes the standard KYC process. Fast Track KYC as a native solution within the Pi ecosystem also addresses the need for identity verification required for mainnet wallet activation without relying on third-party services or the complexities of the full mainnet migration process. And that goes back to what I was saying before. This kind of diminishes the role of the on-ramper services, and they're acknowledging that here. It provides a secure and reliable alternative that functions as an equivalent path for new users to verify their identity and activate wallets. This marks a significant milestone for Pi, enabling quick wallet activation to verified new users and non-users through its own infrastructure. While third-party providers like Banxa continue to offer onboarding options, they are now one of two paths, no longer the only solution available to new pioneers. I wonder what the on-ramp services think about this move. Fast Track KYC does not guarantee fast passing KYC and does not compromise the quality of KYC acceptances. This is important. They're not lowering their standards. They're just simply opening the gates sooner. Applications will be rejected if they do not meet the standards of regular KYC. In fact, while Fast Track KYC helps people activate mainnet wallets faster, its standards may be even more conservative due to its automatic nature. And I'm not going to read the rest of this because the key point here is that now the Pi network has its own native way to on-ramp new users and non-users to the Pi ecosystem through this Fast Track KYC. Now, this is interesting because we have enough problems with KYC with people who actually use the Pi app. Now we're going to be opening this up to people off the street to do KYC. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's a good move by the Pi network, don't get me wrong. But based on their track record, they haven't really demonstrated that they could handle it. But time will tell. And so this is confirmed news. Okay, this obviously it's on the Pi network blog, and we can put a nail in this one and say this is true. Now, something else that's been floating around in X that I took a look into, and I can't say with 100% certainty that this is legit, but it looks good. And that is this right here. The scuttlebutt is that the Pi network is meeting with a company or a crypto or organization called Sign in Korea, and this is part of a event that happens or that is happening in Korea called Blockchain Week, and that happens. Well, let me just show you. And that's happening between the week of September 22nd through the 28th. And now, Korea Blockchain Week 2025 is a real event, But what I could not find was any reference to sign. So I don't know what it is, who it is, or whatever. And obviously no confirmation that the Pi network will be meeting with this entity, whatever it is. But if they are, that's great. Now, it wouldn't surprise me because, if they are already participating in the token 2049, why not kill two birds with one stone and put your feet in or your toe in the water for this event in Korea? Now, hopefully as the time approaches or when the event is occurring, we'll get positive confirmation about this. But again, this is more positive momentum for the Pi network. So people who are saying that nothing is happening, it's not the kind of things that would normally impact the users immediately, but this is the kind of stuff that has to happen behind the scenes to build the framework and the foundation to move forward with a global cryptocurrency and mainstream adoption. So this is nothing but positive news, I think. If this is true, this is another feather in the Pi network's cap. So to all the people who think that nothing's happening, it's all a matter of perspective. I've been saying all along that there's been a lot of positive activity in the Pi network, more so now than before the consensus 2025. And I can't see the cadence of these announcements doing anything but increasing. So it gives me more hope and more confidence that the Pi network is doing things that will set them up for success. And eventually we will see it in the price of the coin. Now remember, the Pi coin is a utility token. They're not too worried about what the price of the coin is right now. What they're focused on is providing utility that the coin can be used to purchase. And a lot of what's happening here is helping to set that up. Yes, the Pi coin will be valuable on the mainstream exchanges. That's going to happen. I can't tell you when, but I will say that all evidence points to a future for Pi that will be beneficial to both the traditional crypto traders, in that if you bought low, you will be able to sell high and make good money. But for the actual vision of the Pi network, you will eventually be able to use your Pi to purchase goods and services in a wide ecosystem. And it's not going to be provided by the Pi network. That's not the point. It's going to be provided by third parties. And that's what this is all about. So there's a lot to be hopeful for. Well, that's all I've got for today. If anything breaks, I'll be sure to let you know. But until then, don't panic, stay the course, and remember, the success of the Pi network begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.